You ready? Let's do it.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Division VI NorCal Championship game between the Cornerstone Cougars and the Faith Christian Lions. My name is Christopher English. I'll be on hand for tonight's play-by-play action, and my man right beside me, the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Levi, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's great to be here. There's nothing better than seeing playoff basketball.
Championship basketball with some good company to boot. Sign me up. Faith with the first crack at it. Firing a three off the mark, no good. It rolls out, and it will go to Cornerstone.
And that was Lauren Harris, who broke the state record for most threes, 487. She has put up through her high school career, which is absolutely incredible, and she wants to continue to do that tonight.
Yeah, Faith Christian with 3 prolific scorers. We'll see what they can do tonight as it's Cornerstone muscling their way inside, and coming away with 2 points is Amajoyi.
It's not easy to go into a different gym and get the first bucket, but they're able to do so.
And there is that 3-point bucket you were speaking of. As Faith goes on top 3-2, about 45 seconds gone by.
Harris averaging just under 30 points per game as the team's leading scorer, and is not just the leader in most categories, but is right behind in number 2 alongside her teammate, who's Presley Berry. They've been teammates for 3 straight years on varsity.
Harris with a couple of 40-point games, had 49 earlier this season. As Faith lost the handle on that one on the fast break. As the Cougars regain control, trying to regain the lead. Here's a 3-ball that finds the mark. Camille Bartolo with the bucket.
You know, both these teams, of course, Faith Christian having faith plastered on the front of their jerseys. Cornerstone Christian, another Christian team, having it on the back, showing the true faith that they have.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely a faith-filled environment as another bucket goes bottom for Bartolo. 5 quick points, and Cornerstone leads 7-3. 2 minutes gone by.
Cornerstone Christian traveling over 80 miles, 2 hours just to be here tonight, and it doesn't look like they traveled at all.
A deep 3 off the mark from Harris. Blocked from behind. Bryan's shot in the lane is good.
Presley Berry, it all started with the block, averaging just under 3 blocks per game. And seeing one so early on, you know there's going to be more.
When you can get the block party rolling early, it's a good sign.
And a block party it is. The gym is packed. There's not an open seat, and they said we stopped selling tickets about 40 minutes before the start of the game.
They're turning people away. This is the place to be right now in NorCal. Here's Harris, up with the left hand, no good. Cornerstone comes down with the rebound. It's Alexander. Faith playing a bit of a zone look here as that floater's off the mark.
Textbook defense from Hassong. Cut her off baseline, went straight up and down, nothing extra.
The second chance opportunity is good. And we're all even now at 7 apiece. Almost halfway through this first quarter. And the pace of play matching the environment. This is just a ruckus in this gym right now. Probably the most patient possession we've seen all game long. And the 3 goes off the back of the rim for Alexander.
You know, I've seen a lot of Division VI basketball between boys and girls, and you don't see confidence in shooting like this. And that just proves why they're here in the NorCal Regional.
Absolutely. Harris has that in the gym range. She crosses half court. You got to look out for that one going up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all tied up at 7 apiece with 4:23 left to play here in the first quarter. We'll step aside. Can I get it so I can hear it more? It's a little quiet.
Is it? Okay.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Ingledge, Levi Flores on hand for tonight's Division VI NorCal Championship game here at Faith Christian. It's Cornerstone with the ball, looking to go back in front. They led 7-3 early, but a comeback from Faith has tied things up, and here they come on the fast break. Bryan's layup in transition pops out, and she lost it along the end line, giving things right back to the Cougars.
Mia Bryan, a sophomore, averaging 12 points per game, and we were able to see what Harris and Berry were able to do early in their careers here at Faith Christian. She's going to be one of those players that we see in another 2 years in the same position that they're in now, leading the team next time.
Absolutely, and the crazy thing, too, is their two leading scorers, both juniors. Got to expect we might see them in this same spot again when you fast forward 1 year.
And 2 years ago when they were freshmen, they were just leading this team. They actually lost to Cornerstone Christian in the 2023 state championship bracket. And now here they are again going against the same team, but in the NorCal Regional just one step further.
It's Alma Joy E with the bucket there, putting her squad up 2 points, 9-7, with 3:20 left in the opening frame as Harris dribbling all the way inside. A little up and under flick is no good. Bartolo driving, picked her dribble up, kicked it back out. Tough shot in the lane. Some physical basketball. Now we got a whistle as a held ball is the call. Possession arrow in favor of the Cougars.
And Harris, it looked like landed on the ankle of Alma Joyi. A little rough, and she might have to walk it off. They're going to send in a substitution really early and just make sure she's okay, because that's more important than having her out there for 30 more seconds.
Absolutely is. Layla Alexander is awaiting at the scores table.
You know, I'm going to go back to that 2023 state championship run. They met in the second round, both Cornerstone Christian, Faith Christian. It was a 4-point game in which Cornerstone Christian ended up being the number 1 seed, barely able to move ahead, and then they beat Weed just a couple days later, 58-45, to win that D6 NorCal playoff. They also have 2 players continuing on this team from that round as well.
A lot of players with championship pedigree as that three goes off the back rim. It's tipped out, and it will go to Faith.
When we look at this Cornerstone Christian team, it was Alexander and Vita. Those are the 2 players that are still on this team now. So those are 2 huge players to look at in this Cornerstone team.
And Harris with the shooter's touch. Her second 3-ball of the quarter. Puts Faith on top by 1, 10-9. They get it into the corner. Alexander with it. Passes it inside, but it's deflected right back to her. Shot clock running low. 5 seconds. They got to do something with it. Tough shot. And it did not hit the rim. Good recognition there on the ref's behalf to call it. That'll go down as a turnover in the books. And now Cornerstone bumping that pressure all the way up the court. And Harris draws contact. And that's a frustrating moment as a player and for a coach to see when your players pick up a foul 80 feet from the basket.
That's just the first foul in the game, let alone against Cornerstone Christian.
Hard to believe with the pace that we're seeing and the physicality that we've seen. But part of that is, like we said, these are 2 teams with championship pedigree that not only play well, but they play smart. Minute 37 left here in the first quarter. 10-9 is the score. They go inside, battling in the paint, but the shot is no good.
I like that shot attempt. Got right down to the low block. Maybe got a little excited that no defender was really blocking her, but she'll get it next time. The nerves are still in the air early on.
Here's a corner pocket 3. It's off the mark and bounced along the end line. And it will go to the Cougars. Oh, no, it's going to stay with Faith after further review.
Berry was the one who shot that from the corner. She's the team's second leader, 3-point attempted on the team, right behind Harris, of course, who's had 500 shot attempts from outside the arc.
Levi, they say hand down, man down, but, Lauren Harris says hand up, so what at this point? She just doesn't care. She gets buckets as her squad goes up 12-9.
She has more three-pointers made than 2-point field goals on the season.
That's amazing. Back inside the Cougars go, and you could tell that is where they want to go. It's Amajoye now with 6 first-quarter points. Hard screen, and I think Amajoye is going to get called for running through it.
Looking at that last basket from Amajoye, Harris had spectacular defense. You can't ask for better. You get more aggressive, you're going to get called for a foul. So Harris did the right thing, and if she's going to force that shot down low, let it happen, because we already saw her miss once, but then you keep doing that defense, she's going to miss again.
35 seconds left in the quarter. Faith gets it in. They're leading by a point. And the shot goes down to the cheering of the crowd, but it will not count as there was an offensive foul.
That one happened fast. Hannah Hessong on the outside tried to get her player open to hit the three and apparently moved a little bit. It happened so fast I couldn't tell you, but the officials have been doing a great job. That'll be a foul against Faith Christian.
Yeah, I missed it. I got mesmerized by the high-arcing three that tickled the twine, but it unfortunately didn't count. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Floater, short corner, no good. And now the shot clock has been turned off with 10 seconds left. They're looking to get it back. I thought maybe that was going to be over and back as Harris touched it in the backcourt. 5 seconds to work with. Stops and pops. A well-contested shot, no good. And Amajoye gets this one up well after the buzzer sounds. And Faith on top of Cornerstone, 12-11 after 1 quarter of play. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. It is the second quarter of the Division 6 NorCal Championship game here at Faith Christian as they are taking on Cornerstone. And we got a close one, 12-11. Levi, what's your take so far?
Well, right now I can definitely tell that the coaches are top-notch. You don't get to this point without good coaching. You can get there kind of with good players, but then the coaching is just going to take it to that next level. And looking through the gym before the game started,
look at Harris. Are you kidding me? Sorry to interrupt you. She's got 11.
I mean, it's a perfect segue into what I'm about to say because Jeff Harris, the head coach, has Lauren Harris as her daughter, the all-star of this team, but he's inducted into the School Hall of Fame. He was an 8-sport letterman, played on the 1998.
Oh, blocked inside, but the putback is good.
Played on the 1998 basketball team, was the MVP of that season, and went to the section finals, and here he is with his daughter doing it years later.
I'm sorry, was that someone's resume or was that a Hollywood script? What was that?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Wow. That is amazing. And that last bucket there from Amajoye, she's now got 8. One minute gone by now here in the second. Faith on top by 2, 15-13. The two heavyweight scorers, Amajoye and Harris, doing most of the work thus far. The offensive rebound, second chance, no good. Faith comes away with the rebound.
Great ball movement by Faith Christian, beating out the defense.
Contested shot inside, no good, but they get the offensive rebound, but it's ripped away by Amajoye. And here she is going coast to coast and has it blocked by Harris. Harris dribbling through traffic, flings one out with the left hand, but it's intercepted by Alexandria Hall. Bit of a wild sequence from both these teams. We'll see if they can settle in here. As the Cougars looking to work through this zone, they get it inside. Good patient possession. Another second chance opportunity is thwarted inside, but the third opportunity goes down.
Cornerstone Christian, what I'm going to call necessary aggressiveness.
Oh my goodness, it's a three-point barrage from Harris.
It feels like a dream. This should not be possible.
Cornerstone with the answer! Anything you can do, I can do better. That is where we're at right now. Here's Berry stepping back, surveying the floor. Berry puts it on the floor, lost the handle, and was fouled. And I don't think Berry even heard the whistle. She was still going after it.
It's mesmerizing. I'm speechless.
This whole environment is just amazing right now. Here's Berry stepping back, elbow jumper, goes in. Her first bucket of the game. Puts Faith on top by 2, 20-18. 5 minutes left in the first half. Here come the Cougars attacking inside. A pass winds up at the feet. It gets intercepted. Here comes Faith. Bryan in transition, can't get it to go. And we got a foul on the way up. That'll put Berry at the line to shoot a pair.
Berry, as a freshman, had a little bit of trouble against this Cornerstone Christian team, but as you can imagine, a freshman player playing against a lot of upperclassmen, not going to have an easy time. 7 points, played 32 minutes, shot 20% from the field, which 20%, not too bad when you're going up this aggressive team. And as I mentioned a moment ago, necessary aggressiveness. It's not unnecessary. It's very necessary to continue your offensive run, to get that ball back into your playmakers. You need to go down there. You strip the ball away. You don't want to foul, but you want to get that ball back. And Cornerstone Christian doing a better job than Faith Christian, just getting that ball without causing any jump or held balls.
Berry splits the free throws. Her team up by 3. It's wiped away. But it ends up back with the Cougars. Shot clock is now at 15. Cougars doing a really good job of staying patient. They go inside. And fouled on her way up is Amajoye in what I like to call a bunch of holy hands going up. Not a lot of people didn't like that call.
I was one of them. You know, I've praised the defense of Harris so far, being a block down there where she can't be moved. She's straight up and down. To me, it seemed like Amajoye kind of created the contact. I would have liked a no call more than anything else, but you know, once they call it once, they're going to see it multiple times throughout the rest of the game, and that's part of that aggressiveness. Yeah. Faith Christian can do the same now on the offensive end.
That's always one of those, as a coach myself, I'll go to the official and say, sir, if that's a foul, what does my player need to do for that not to be a foul? Because it certainly looked like she was straight up, contact initiated by the offense. But don't get me wrong, I love having the headset. I don't want the stripes. Berry lost the handle. Amajoye with the steal. Kicks it to the corner. A little too much mustard on that one, and it will go back to Faith.
Been doing great in transition, going straight to the basket, and I think Amajoye, she knows she got a little bit lucky on that last call, didn't want it to happen again. That's why she passed to the shooter on the outside.
We got a 30-second timeout called here by Faith. They lead at 21-19 with 4:19 left to play in the Division VI NorCal Championship game.
I would encourage people to take college classes while they're still in high school because most dual enrollment classes are free.
Get a head start at a California community college. With dual enrollment, earn college credits while you're still in high school.
Dual enrollment is such an important thing and lifesaver.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Check with your high school or community college counselor today. Save money and earn your college degree faster.
There's a lot of things in this world that will get in your way, but there's nothing that you cannot do.
Enroll now at icangotocollege.com.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would.
That may have been a full timeout as Cornerstone was the first team to make their way out onto the court. Faith now walking back out. 4:19 left to play in the first half. In this high-octane Division VI girls championship game. And that's one of those, you just got to advance the ball up the court. They get so occupied looking, hey, where's Harris, that sometimes you lose sight of the game itself. As there was contact going for that rebound, as Balogun will be charged with the foul. Third team foul of the quarter.
That's huge. 3 team fouls through 4 minutes of play. You pick up 2 more, and you'll be shooting for the rest of the quarter. That's one thing Cornerstone wants to avoid.
It's interesting watching Harris there on the inbounds. Her defender was awfully close. I know typically there's supposed to be a little bit of a buffer there, but even on an inbounds, when she's not eligible to score, they're glued to her. As that bucket goes down for Bertrand.
That's a tough basket. You go down, you get the lane, you already picked up your dribble, and then you just have to follow through with it.
Yep.
I paused a moment because it's raining manna from heaven. Those threes are just coming down.
We're getting scriptural on you on this broadcast between these two Christian schools. Mid-range jumper. Airballed, and look, right into the hands of Hissong.
The junior forward, her second made basket, I believe. She only averages 1.5 points per game.
Yeah.
And already
With
being
more.
one of those players that come up in the games where you think, okay, we're going to rely on our big two of Harris and Berry. But then she comes along and she says, don't forget about me. I'm still part of this team and can make just as much difference.
And that's where a lot of championship teams separate themselves in that championship moment is you know you're going to have your studs come out and shine. Who from that second unit can you get those extra buckets from? And Berry fouled on her way up. Averaging just under 20 points per game.
It's the team's 4th foul as well. And just a minute ago, talked about those fouls. You don't want to get that extra one to send them to the free throw line constantly because we've seen the aggressiveness from both teams. Now they're going to get even more aggressive because they know that's going to get them free opportunities.
Berry's first free throw no good. She's got 3 points all in this quarter. She scored over 20 points 15 different times, including a season high of 42 back in their second game this season as she splits her free throws there, putting her team up 24-21 with 2:40 left to play in the first half. Here's a quick answer. No good. They get the offensive rebound, and the player's getting tangled up. And I think they're going to say Hall was fouled while getting that rebound. Foul charge to Mandy Fitzgerald. Here's Cornerstone on the baseline, inbounds, trailing by 3. They led early, but then Faith went on a run, and it's been back and forth ever since. And that is where Cornerstone has been excelling, is the second chance opportunities. As Hall gets her first bucket. Here's a corner 3. No good. Rebounded by Hall.
Doing it on both sides of the floor, getting those rebounds done, and she'll go right back to the block on the other side now.
Here's Bertrand crossing up, kicking it out. Alexander goes inside, and I think we're going to get a traveling violation. As Balogun moved her feet before the ball hit the ground.
Walking through the desert, not quite 40 days, but...
Under 2 minutes to play now. Harris getting double teamed. Trying to find someone. Instead, it's a steal for the Cougars. All the way to the basket. What a layup by Bartolo. Six different Cougars have scored now in this quarter as Balogun moving a bit gingerly on that foot now. Making her way back to the sideline. As Evelyn Muccio now into the game. As the Cougars go up by a point off that lay-in. Here's Harris working off the screen. No good. Bertand with the rebound. Cougars looking to build on this lead. Here's Alexander, catch and shoot three, rims off. Harris has the rebound poked out, but Berry has it and gets tangled up.
And Harris had to make a business decision there. She was one of the first defenders back. It's either go defend the three on the outside or go down to the block. She said, you know what, I'm going to let it shoot, and then we'll see what happens from there, and was right in position to grab the board and send it back the other direction. Unfortunately, it got tied up for the held ball.
Possession goes to Cornerstone. Just over a minute to play in the half. They lead by one. Here's another catch and shoot three. No good. They're getting a lot of good looks. Alexander chasing down the rebound, calling her own number, and it's off the mark. And again, players getting tangled up, and now it will go to Faith. As Amajoyi subbing back into the game for Cornerstone, giving a break to Layla Alexander. Harris going to her left, going off the screen.
She makes it look so easy.
Ooh, when bodies hitting the floor, they are playing aggressive, that is for sure.
You know, Harris moving through that double pressure on the full court press. She has one screener, and she's able to get through and move past everyone. It takes someone special to be able to get past that kind of pressure.
25-24, 35 seconds left in the half. Game clock and shot clock separated by about 11 and a half seconds. They go inside. Amajoyi, offensive foul as she dipped her shoulder.
It was a little bit of a slower pace this time.
Yep.
We mentioned it earlier when it was called defensively, and this time she just waited a little bit too long. It wasn't in transition, and that one goes against her. And, of course, with an offensive foul, you don't get those bonus shots, but they're in that if it does happen.
28 seconds left. Harris skies up for the inbounds pass. The respect as a player that you're shown by getting double teamed when you are on the opposite block with the ball from your basket, that is the definition of respecting your opponent right there. Amazing. But she's fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line.
Free throws can make or break games, and I've seen this too many times, not only this season, but throughout just watching basketball, throughout everything. The free throws, you miss 2 or 3 when you only shoot 5 or 6. It's devastating to that final score.
14 points in the half already for Harris as her first free throws off the mark.
Harris is the best free throw shooter on the team.
Second one goes down, and we're all even at 25 apiece. Cornerstone with the ball. As Coach Harris, or check that. Coach Alexander saying, hey, let's slow things up here, play for the last shot.
What's great about high school girls basketball, you don't have that 10-second backcourt violation.
Here's a catch and shoot three. No good. They had a couple of seconds to work with Harris trying to do something. Had it ripped from her grasp and We've been talking about it all night long so far. The environment, the way this game is played.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
You then for the second half as we will crown a D6 NorCal champion.
Let's make some noise.
Oh, is that the athletic director? Yeah. He told me.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, so he did take that.
Yeah. Yeah, he came over to me earlier.
What was his dad's name?
Steve Joyner, and then Brianna Brennan is the other. They're both watching from Texas.
Steve Joyner and
unnecessarily aggressive. There's been a couple times where I'm like, take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Like
when they got tangled up.
Yeah, there was that, and then over there, they were like almost on the out of bounds line, and she like shoved Harris. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Just be careful in the courts. You can sit there. It's fine.
Can I put this on the table?
That's fine. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, this part.
We'll have some people yelling at us. Thank you.
Sit right there, girl. You got it. I'll take one of those.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate!
Yuba, how long of a drive was this for you?
I left from Oakdale. As soon as you get past Sacramento, there's nothing. Like, there's literally nothing. Yeah. And so there was finally, I think it was a 76. And I'm like, finally, like, there's something out, because I'm like, I'm going to have to just stop on the side of the road eventually. But yeah, I like... Clutch and brake. Brian didn't ask me to do any of the Bay Area games this year. And then I saw you at Golden State, I'm like, now I know why.
I wasn't even supposed to be there.
Really?
So, I was supposed to be at Santa Clara University.
Oh, yeah.
I would encourage people to take college classes while they're still in high school because most dual enrollment classes are free.
Get a head start at a California community college. With dual enrollment, earn college credits while you're still in high school.
Dual enrollment is such an important thing and lifesaver.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Check with your high school or community college counselor today. Save money and earn your college degree faster.
There's a lot of things in this world that will get in your way, but there's nothing that you cannot do.
Enroll now at icangotocollege.com.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks. You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
His kids go to that school and he broadcasts for them. So if they win, then he'll do that game, but you can do color. I was like, okay, Monte Vista lose. But they ended up winning. He was a cool dude.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but yeah, it was pretty fun. You ready?
Well, Levi, you just looked at me and said, "Are you ready?" I think so. Are you ready?
No.
Oh, man. What a day.
I can feel the water from splashing threes in my eyes, and we're at half court at the top.
We are all tied at 25 apiece as the second half is underway here at Faith Christian as we battle it out for a Division 6 championship game right here. Second chance opportunity goes in for Berry.
There's a collision at midcourt. Nobody asked for a foul. Everybody just sent out their ooze, and that's how you know that this game is being played correctly.
Contact on the rebound. As Bertan's three no good. Lauren Harris leading all scorers with 15. Right behind her is Amajoy E with 9. Cornerstone gets it in. 3 up top. Off the side of the rim. Thought maybe Berry got a hand on it.
It was great pressure by Berry either way. She was a little late to the party, already setting up for the three, but she has the length, she has the wingspan to get up there, and it put enough pressure to make her miss.
I just love watching how they defend Harris and how she plays through it. But both, it's just spectacular. And why not? I'm just a prelude to what happened. That's insane. Absolutely insane. She's got 18.
You have got to be kidding me. She moved past the screen, had another defender there, and still was able to make it.
Felt very prophetic. And Harris comes away with the steal. Passes it up ahead. Bryan gathers herself, unable to finish. Berry has it poked out.
And that was no fault to Bryan either. She got the pass a little late. She was caught underneath the backboard. It's hard to make a shot from there, especially when you have all 8 of the rest of the players coming down court with you.
As there was a bit of a wet spot, so Harris and our official getting things good. No towels or mop needed. 6:50 to play here in the third quarter. Faith on top, 30-25. They've got the only 5 points scored here in the quarter. And I can't even finish my sentence before Harris buries another triple. And a timeout called by Cornerstone as the Faith Christian Lions on an 8-0 run to open up this second half. Wild. You know, I'm thinking here, how hard this must be as a coach when that's your kid to not turn into a fan or a dad and still have to keep the coaching hat on. It's insane. It's amazing.
Harris, absolutely unbelievable. And, you know, we highlight her offense so much just because she's hitting threes from, you know, anywhere else in the world but here. And her defense is still incredible as well. She's one of the top rebounders in the game.
Here's Harris with it, losing the defender. And it's insane. You know, she crosses half court. You know that's the look they want, and they continue to get it time after time. Cornerstone with the answer. Layla Alexander gets Cornerstone in the scoring column here in the second half, trying to keep their hopes alive. They are now down by 7.
A much-needed basket, better than a layup as well. It brings some of that momentum back to your side.
Alexander catching it into the corner, has nowhere to go, so she calls her own number. They get the offensive rebound. They kick it back. Now she relocates. Shot no good. And here come the Cougars quickly with it the other way. A smooth floater in the lane, no good. Second chance opportunity is blocked. And they're going to say that was off of a Cornerstone player on the block.
It's a little interesting. It was a hard block by Berry, and I think she brought her arm back, which allowed Cornerstone to push the ball back towards the baseline. Kind of hard to see from this angle, but the official being right there must have had the right call.
And no protest from the sideline of Cornerstone. 5:20 left here in the third quarter. Harris driving baseline, goes up with the left hand. It's tipped around. Amajoy E with the rebound, pushing it up the court, has Bertrand. Bertrand stops and pops for the mid-range jumper as it rattles in. She's got 4 points. Her team down by 5, and Bertrand a little over-aggressive there. Looks at her coach, says, my bad, nearly got a steal.
You know, one of the rare times anyone other than Harris gets to get a touch and it leads to a foul, which is the best case scenario. Hessong returns in for Faith Christian, taking out the junior Abby Cunningham. She's been a big factor in this game, having those few baskets that really make the difference in score.
Here's Harris. Oh, my goodness! Harris again from deep. Her third triple of the quarter. I'm running out of words to describe this. This is March. This is madness. And the answer from Bartolo. 38-33. We're heating up here at Faith Christian. It's a fiery furnace, if you will.
It's surprising. I don't want to say a minimal score. There's a lot of points scored in this game, but we've both seen upwards of 80 points for a team, and the fact that they continue to splash down threes, and somehow we're both under 40.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the class.
Making those outside shots, it's about making them. And for Harris specifically, it's, okay, I'm going to get open for this shot because I know I can make it, not because I think I can.
And the confidence that obviously her coach has in her dad, and then her teammates. Like, you could tell she's getting double-teamed on the inbounds, and there's no other look to get it to it. They know it. Get the ball to Harris, and she's going to handle it, getting us up court. It's really amazing to see the way both these teams are orchestrated, because right behind Cornerstone, they're not going anywhere. They're only down by 5.
And with Harris, again, 2,000 points in her high school career, and it still just keeps getting better. Almost 1,000 points alone this season.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely amazing. Here's Cornerstone with it, trying to make it a one-possession game with a bucket right here. Corner, 3. Airmailed into the hands of Harris. Surveying the floor, flicks one up. It's stolen away as players colliding. Both players down. And they get up, thankfully.
A friendly fire on the other side. Harris had passed it up, and just 2 Cornerstone Christian players colliding. That was Bartolo and Hall. And luckily they both get up. It just seemed to kind of shock them. Doesn't look like they're limping, so they'll both be back in play, or at least Bartolo will be back in play.
Here's Alexander, left unguarded on the inbounds, but her shot did not find the mark. Harris up ahead, no good. Berry the putback.
Switching up the game plan. It's not Harris running coast to coast. It's pass the ball forward, beat out the defense, and it seems so easy. It's a 2v1.
Alexander nearly banked it in, but they get the offensive rebound. Amajoy, the putback, no good. Harris gets the rebound, and it's poked back away as bodies are hitting the floor. It comes back to Cornerstone.
Oh, no.
And the turnover of the over and back saved a would-be bucket on the wrong basket. That's how frantic of a pace we're playing with right now.
I don't know if they still thought it was the first half, or they just thought, there was so many bodies mixed up, we don't know who had possession, then it comes out that way. But either way, it's a turnover. I mean, you just don't know what to think sometimes, and I think you put it perfectly. It's the pace of play that makes you forget.
Inbounds goes to Harris as she's surveying the floor, working off the screen as these defenders are just absolutely glued to her. Here comes Bertrand into the corner. Beautiful feed inside. Amajoy with the bucket. She's in double figures now with 11.
Talked about Harris's defense so early on and how Amajoy would probably have some trouble later on. She is not having any trouble going against that standstill defense.
Look at the hands here, keeping things alive in an aggressive play from Amajoy as Berry was working her way inside the paint.
That was Layla Alexander they're going to call the foul on. I thought it was Amajoy, but she just was part of the fire that came across with Berry's elbow.
As Amajoy getting the hair right. Now we're back to play. Harris looking to get it in over the outstretched arms of Berry, and it ends up as a steal for Alexander. Here's Alexander turning on the Jets, knifing through the defense.
Ooh.
And that was a bang-bang play. And it will be a shooting foul as Layla Alexander will go to the line to shoot a pair.
That was Mandy Fitzgerald, the sophomore guard. It seemed like she was in place, but at the last second moved her hip to try to stop the drive down low.
And her first one is off the mark.
We have a couple people watching from around the world in Texas. We have Steve Joyner and Brianna Brennan both watching from Texas. And that's the great thing about today's sports world is we can watch from anywhere, watching from Texas. And we're live here in Yuba City. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching some Faith Christian basketball in the NorCal Regional.
Right here on the NFHS Network as Cornerstone comes away with the steal. It's blocked. Look at the heads-up play from Berry. Here's Harris weaving through traffic. Harris flings one up. Oh, it's corralled. Odell Beckham style with one hand. And now Berry going to the line. Oh, my goodness. I can hear it on Sunday Countdown right now. You got mossed.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, just looking at Berry alone, going from a block all the way down to the other side, now being at the free throw line. There's so much happening in this game. You can't break it all down, but Berry going from one side to the other. They always say, you know, you can't win without scoring points, but defense wins you championships. And both Berry, Harris, they've shown that, and the entire Faith Christian team has done that. Cornerstone the same, but it just seems like they wanted a little bit more right now.
Every point scored this quarter has been by Berry or Harris. They lead by 7, 42-35. Here's Bertrand with it. It's blocked from behind by Berry. And here comes Faith trotting up ahead with the steal. Foul on the way up is Bryan. She'll get a pair.
Bertrand picking up the foul, and Cornerstone shot themselves on their foot, trying to save it and bring it back in. Unfortunately, it goes straight to Faith Christian as they're able to go down. They took their time even leading to that foul. Faith Christian, everything currently going their way.
First one good for Bryan. Her first point since the first quarter.
You know, they have a sign in the gym that says, play hard, pray harder. And if they play this hard, I could only imagine what their prayer sessions are like.
44-35, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's a three. Didn't look like she caught it cleanly, but they get the offensive rebound. They're getting the second chance opportunities. They're just not converting. As that passes along the end line and out, it will go back to Cornerstone. 9-point game, still plenty of time left. Minute 48 left here in the third. However, this quarter has been dominated by Faith Christian.
Berry, by the way, over 3 blocks in the game. She's over her average on the season in blocks per game. And in that statistical category, in any statistical category really, but with blocks alone, it's really hard to go above your average in such an important game. And she has done that through less than 3 quarters of play.
Yeah, typically when you see a stat like that, you see the big booms that they'll have, and then a couple of zeros and another big boom. But tonight, it's been nothing but consistency in that department as Harris is fouled on the rebound.
She's now at 85 blocks on the season.
So 5th team foul will put Harris at the line. Again, another one of those tough moments, making that foul on the opposite end of the court, but that's the price you pay when you defend a player the whole length of the court. As the first free throw is good.
Faith Christian has 3 players back, ready for defense.
28 points for Harris. 13 in this quarter. 11-point game, their largest of the night. 3 on the way. They need it. They don't get it. And they quickly get it to Harris upon getting the rebound. Harris splits the double team. Now she's working through the double team. Takes a bump. And she'll go back to the line.
It's another foul against Bertan. That's going to be her 3rd in the game. She's in some foul trouble before we enter the 4th quarter. And with Cornerstone's offense, I know they can shoot the 3. We've seen it in the first half. We've seen it in this 3rd quarter even. But resulting in that deep 3-point game so early on, where we know they can also score on the inside, those buckets are a lot easier to get. You have a better chance of getting to the free throw line. And with Berry controlling the outside so well, you can't allow her to get another block in this, because that momentum meter just keeps pushing more and more towards the Faith Christian side.
Harris good on her 2nd free throw, puts her team up 12. She's in the books now with 29 points. Under a minute to play here in the 3rd. Bertan driving. Buries it. What a shot.
Buries it over Berry.
Here's Harris. Moving to her left. Goes behind the back and now spins. Harris putting on a show. Harris. Shot no good. And it's like her hands are just a magnet for the ball. I don't even know how that one ended up back in her hands, but a foul is called. 3rd foul charge to Hissong, as Cornerstone now has it with 41 seconds left in the 3rd as they try to get this thing back to single digits.
One thing Faith Christian has to look at when they go on offense, be careful of moving screens. Hissong has been traveling along with Harris all the way down, and you don't want to pick up those fouls and get yourself deeper in the hole.
The putback is good by Alexander. She's got 5 in the quarter. 20 seconds left. They get Berry. Here's Berry attacking. Berry has it stolen away. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Alexander driving. Euro step in the lane. Too strong. They get the offensive rebound. Second chance, no good. 5 seconds left. Here's Harris. Flings one up. It's a Hail Mary. And Bertan gets it up after the horn as Faith on top of Cornerstone, 47-39 as we move to the 4th quarter.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate!
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
So 22 third quarter points, right? Because they were tied at 25?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You ready?
And the 4th quarter is underway here at Faith. And it is Harris with the ball. Dancing away from the defense. Stops, pump fakes, goes up off the wrong foot. Missed it. And players getting tangled up.
Clock's still running, too. And now they finally catch it. 22 third quarter points from Faith Christian. Cornerstone, they didn't have a bad third quarter, but they just didn't keep the pace that Faith brought right after the break.
Tough shot, well defended. The battle for the rebound won by Harris. Harris stops. Shot no good. Almajoy fighting for it, and I think it will go to Cornerstone, and it will.
interested to see the offensive tactic from Cornerstone Christian. Of course, their defense needs to stop Harris, but by not putting up the same amount of points that Faith did, you need to try something a little different.
Here comes Harris, muscling her way inside, too strong on the shot attempt, and Berry went over the back.
We've seen two different styles of offense from Faith Christian. One is give to Harris, let her work, set some screens, move it down to the low block. The other was Harris gets a rebound, she throws it up court, and that's been the big difference. Cornerstone thought they had a break going into the third, knowing what their game plan was. It changed up so much. Now they can't keep up. Cornerstone hasn't shown anything otherwise.
Return to sender. Berry wiping that one away. They get the second chance opportunity, though, and the three-point shot is no good. Here's Berry. It's a 1v1. Berry, tough shot, no good. Alexander gets the rebound. 6:30 to play here in regulation.
Alexander did a great job defensively. She brought her hands down while Berry did the same with the ball. She disrupted it as she was trying to go up to shoot and made her miss.
Here comes Cornerstone. Inside, no good. Almajoy E gets the offensive rebound. Almajoy E through the contact, counted in the foul.
Almajoy E has a chance for the three-piece combo, which reminds me, Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor and the official chicken finger of the CIF.
That might be the post-game move. As our score now 47-41, 6:11 left to play. Almajoy E shooting one. And a 30-second timeout called by Faith. So we'll keep it tuned in right here on the NFHS Network. You're watching live with Chris Englage and my partner in crime, a.k.a. the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Levi, what a game we've had so far.
Absolutely incredible. We've seen the shooting. We've seen the defense. You don't get a better basketball game than this. A lot of people look towards the shooting. That's all they want to see. But when you get both in a game that matters more than any other game they've played this season, and most likely for some of these players, their life, you just get the feeling. And before today, I had no connection to these teams, and I have goosebumps watching, just seeing them play for the NorCal title.
This is an absolutely amazing environment. Two phenomenal teams. As Almajoy E at the line shooting one, and she knocks it down. She's got 14 points. As her and Bartolo, the two Cougars in double figures.
In the lead just like that, cut to 5.
And the straight on three is good from Berry.
Oops.
Back to an 8-point game. It's deflected. Back into the hands of Bertan. Shot no good. And Harris fouled on the rebound.
For a team that struggled with fouls through the first 3 quarters of play, that's only the first foul against Cornerstone in the fourth quarter, which is big to end game, especially if you want to foul later on. You're not in that range, but at the same time, you're keeping them away from the free throw line.
Harris bringing it up the court.
Good screen.
Crosses half court. Harris moving. A tough shot goes in. She's got 31.
In the lead right back to 10. A 5-point run for Faith Christian.
The answer no good, but goes right back to Cornerstone, and the shot is off the mark from Bertrand as Harris now slow to get up. Ball fumbled around. Almajoy E draws contact as she split a double team. Fitzgerald now charged with her 4th personal foul.
And that was a tough one, too. Got stolen at midcourt and just trying to charge right through 2 defenders. That was Balagun going through. It's really easy to get that foul call. Of course, you don't want it to see blown because you don't really have a choice with it.
Here's Bertrand with it. Lucio gets right to where she wants at the free throw line. Picks her dribble up, passes it inside. They work it back out to the 3-point arc. Bertrand lines up for a 3. No good. Another offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Lucio's first bucket. Berry hands it off to Harris. It's an 8-point game with 4:40 left to play in regulation. Harris Berry moving to her right. Berry getting tangled up. And good sportsmanship there. As Balogun and Berry getting tangled up.
Faith Christian with head coach Jeff Harris has broken the system. With the no backcourt violation, you can go 2v2, 3v3 on a full-size court, and you can just spend so much time back there. If the clock hits down to 5 seconds and then you make a move, you're still taking 30 seconds off the clock.
As Berry hits a big elbow jumper. She's got 16 on the night. Her team up by 10, 54-44, with 4 minutes left in regulation. Here's Bertan, goes inside. Amajoy spins away from the double team, gets the offensive rebound, takes a slap, goes up and makes it, but the shot is waved off.
Fantastic move to get inside. Unfortunately, you do miss that initial shot, but you still get the ball back with the foul. That's the 4th against Faith.
Amajoy drawing contact, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Now this is where the game can change right here. The end of the book is not written, and the pen is in the hands of these players. And with 5 fouls against Faith Christian and only 1 against Cornerstone, free throws are going to be what wins this game. You can mark my words right now.
And free throw number 1, good from Amajoy. 15 points. And she's had a battle for every one of them. 9-point contest, just under 4 minutes to play, 3:57 on the clock. Second free throw off the back iron. Berry gets the rebound. Out of the I formation, hands it off to Harris. Here's Harris getting double teamed. Drawing contact from Balogun.
Cornerstone's going to take that foul too. It puts them at 2 fouls in the quarter, gets them closer to a possible foul situation if they need to send Faith Christian to the line. Of course, they don't want to see fouls, but at this point, it's necessary if they want a chance.
Harris. Off balance shot, no good. It's tipped around, and it goes to Cornerstone. .340 left to play. Bertan bringing it up the court for Cornerstone.
Alexander getting ready to check back in for Cornerstone.
It's not quite a loaves and fishes miracle, but Cornerstone going to need one. Here's a 3. It's good! Bertan with the triple. Her first bucket of the quarter, and it gets Cornerstone right back to within striking distance, 54-48 with 3:15 left to play.
3 minutes, plenty of time. We've seen Cornerstone Christian go on multiple runs. They cut the lead down to 5 in this quarter once already. Faith Christian took it back, and now we're right back down to that last bit. Basketball is a game of runs. Who's going to have that last one?
It was a full timeout, but we're going to keep it tuned in right here. Just this environment, this feel, everything about it. This is the definition of a championship game, and that's exactly what we're seeing. The crowd's making noise. It's been a phenomenal night of basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to thank you so much for tuning into this. My name's Chris English. Joined with me is the voice of choice, Levi Flores, our amazing cameraman, my dad, Jeff English, as well as the producer, my mom, Christy English.
The best.
It's been such a great game. I hate to see it end. Who knows? Maybe there'll be overtime. I don't know. But it just, all things considered, what we're getting in this game, it's everything you could ask for and more in a championship game.
Yeah, both of us know the broadcaster's jinx, in which as soon as you say overtime, you're getting overtime. So I'm just trying to say overtime as much as overtimely possible.
Do we get paid overtime?
Shout out Brian.
Nah, we do it for the love of the game. Faith ball, 3:15 left to play. They get it into Harris.
You know, looking at the inbound play, Harris goes straight in. They kind of dump it off to her, of course, handing it off is illegal. Well, out of bounds, a violation, whatever you want to call it. But if
Harris. Oh, my goodness, she's unconscious. 34 on the night. And a big momentous bucket to put them up 57-48. Here's Bertan. Driving, going up with the left, and she rolls it in. What a touch with the left hand. 7-point game. 2:35 left to play.
And here in that same situation, Cornerstone just needs to put a player on the baseline as soon as a basket goes in, as soon as it's about to be inbounded. You have to get in front of whoever's about to pass the ball in, because that's what's taking up a lot of time on this side of the court.
A held ball is called. Cornerstone with the ball, down by 7. A bucket here would be huge.
Deny the middle.
Bertan hesitates, drives, and she draws contact from Mia Bryan. And there was contact with the ball, but before there was contact with the ball, there was contact with the wrist. So Bertan shooting 2. Knocks down the first. I think someone said something about free throws a little while ago. $12 points on the night for Kaylee Bertan. Second one, no good. Score stays the same, 57-51.
And that's still in effect. Even with the miss from the free throws, they're going to look at the stats and say, if we made all our free throws, we possibly could have won. Would have been such a much tighter game.
Here's Berry, moving to her right. Stops and has it ripped away. Amajoye with the steal, and now she has it poked away. Bryan's shot too strong, and Amajoye fouled on the rebound, so we're going to get more free throws.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, we have one official down on the other end who I think got mixed up on the call. It is the bonus. Come join the rest of the party. As Amajoye now shooting a pair to try to make it a 2-possession game. It's good. I guess it already was a 2-possession game if you hit threes. Math is hard. I was an English major. Sorry. Minored in theology, though, so I was ready for this one. Shout out to Jessup University. And the second one is good. 57-53, 4-point game. Under 2 minutes to play. 1:50 to be exact. Here's Harris. Shot clock starting to become a factor, and now a whistle is heard as Bertan picks up the foul. That is her 4th, so quite a few players on this Cornerstone Ball Club now playing with 4 fouls as we are officially in crunch time.
Quarter of a second away from that being an offensive moving screen. Just unfortunately had that little body bump before.
Harris spinning back to her left, weaving through the defense, getting it right back. 20 on the shot clock. Berry surveying the floor, going to her right, picks her dribble up, turns and fires. Shot no good. It's rebounded by Balogun. One of the Cornerstone players playing with 4 fouls. Here's Bertan with it. 1 minute and 12 seconds on the clock. Bertan gets the screen from Balogun, moving to her left, rises up, the floater, free throw line, no good. Rebound, it's loose, into the hands of Harris. 1 minute left to play. Faith on top by 4.
Faith can't just play the clock here. You need a score.
Shot clock now at 15. Berry moving it up ahead now. Shot clock's at 10. And another whistle. I believe it's going to be charged to Alexander, and it is. So on the next foul, there will be free throws. And Balogun subbing out as she's got 4 fouls. Camille Bartolo subs in.
You need to get in front of Harris, deny her the inbound pass, and foul whoever else gets the ball. They're not a great free throw shooting team. Harris is the best, shooting at nearly 70% on the season. Anyone else on this team is going to be perfect. 61% as a team, and that's heightened by Harris's 74%.
It's just alluding or going back to that point that you made at the onset of this quarter is how crucial free throws are. You're up by 4. There's 45 seconds left. This is where you put a team to bed. Furthermore, You could also keep that door slightly ajar and keep hope alive for them, as conversely, if you're missing free throws, you're just giving Cornerstone life. And this is just crazy. This is crazy.
57-53. I mean, Faith Christian, it seems like they've had a lock on it since the start of the second half, but Cornerstone has battled back at the right time. It's going to be all about how they inbound this ball and how quickly Cornerstone can foul the right player.
Faith outscored Cornerstone 22-14 in the third.
That's who you want to foul.
And they get it right back to Harris. Inside, Bryan left open. Oh, no! No shot. 3 in the key. Or is it a foul? It's a foul on Berry. A moving screen.
This is one I need to see again.
Player control foul.
Harris yelling out, no threes, no threes.
And the clock now gets going as Bertrand driving to her left. Bertrand, shot. Oh, it just misses. Rebounded by Berry. 30 seconds left in the game. Here's Harris. Harris getting swarmed. Harris. And a jump ball is called, or a held ball.
Wow.
Possession arrow in favor of Faith. And a timeout called by Faith as they use their 5th and final timeout with 14.3 seconds on the clock. What a wild sequence that was, Levi.
Absolutely unbelievable. There was plenty of hands on jerseys that I thought they were going to call fouls on. And right now, personally, I'm a little confused. The PA announcer said a timeout has been granted to Faith Christian. So I'm wondering, did they call the jump ball? Did they call the held ball? Or is it a timeout before that?
I think they awarded them possession. You know what? No, that's a great question. You got me thinking there. Because the possession arrow is still in favor of Faith. We'll see if it gets changed when the ball is inserted and there is the formal change of possession. But that was the 5th and final timeout. Foul quickly called as Harris will go to the line. As Harris, 34 points, going to the free throw line, looking to add 2 more.
Alexander is back for Cornerstone. She'll be in the corner.
And the first one, no good. Keeping that heartbeat alive for Cornerstone.
You need the shooters out there for Cornerstone. Faith, allow anything down low, hit the outside, hit the arc, and you can just slide right into position.
Second one is good. 5-point game, 10 seconds left. Bertrand stops, pops, 3 on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Amajoye with the rebound, and a held ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Faith. So with 5 seconds left now, this one all but over. It's tipped out of bounds, and it will go to Cornerstone. So with 3.6 seconds left, Cornerstone going to call timeout. I said this one is all but over, but I stand corrected. Cornerstone will get another crack at it here, and I mean, anything can happen.
3.5 seconds, it's not a lot. It needs to be a quick inbound. It needs to be a quick shot. And then what happens after that is honestly going to be the most insane basketball I've ever seen in my life. To get this ball back in a position where you can shoot again is going to be difficult.
This is one of those situations where you have to score quick, and then if you have a timeout available, you have to immediately call it if you're Cornerstone. Otherwise, the clock keeps running. So I don't know what's being said in the Faith timeout huddle right now, but you're telling your players if they score, don't even inbound the ball. You can't get a 5-second call. The clock will run out. So a battle of the wits here for the final 3.5 seconds.
And I would look for possibly a shot down low, too.
Here's Alexander, a catch-and-shoot 3. It's off the back iron. Balogun with the rebound. The putback no good. And listen to the crowd erupt as your Division VI NorCal champion is the Faith Christian Lions. A very evenly matched first half saw us tied at 25. The Lions pulled ahead in the third and fended off a would-be comeback by Cornerstone in the fourth quarter to ultimately be crowned the champ as they take down the Cougars 58-53. What a night, Levi.
I mean, my goosebumps are through the roof right now. This is absolutely incredible to see Faith Christian battle it out all the way to the end, to see the town rally around the team and watch them win the NorCal title, and then watching the embrace between Harris and her coach and dad, Jeff Harris.
The junior Lauren Harris, 35 points. She had 15 of their 25 first half points and picked up right where she left off in the second half and exploded for 20 more. What a game. You come into this one as the opponent. This is a packed house. Every single person in this gym, I don't care your age, knows Harris is the one to stop. And she still goes out there and puts up 35.
Absolutely perfect game. You can look at her shooting percentages and say, oh, well, she still missed shots. But, I mean, no. Harris did everything correct. She went out there, and the trust that her team has, you mentioned that so many times through the broadcast, because you can have a player like Harris, and she can be really good, but unless you have a team like hers behind her, you're not going to get this result.
What a phenomenal game. As Faith defeating Cornerstone 58-53. Ladies and gentlemen, just want to thank you so much for tuning into this one, whether you're in Texas or across the country or across the globe. Wherever you may be, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for tuning into the NFHS Network. My name is Chris English. For my partner in crime, Levi Flores, our amazing producer, my mom, Christy English, my father, Jeff English on camera. Got the best crew in the business.
That's true.
Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless, and we will see you next time.